How's it going, guys? It's me, Simon, and today we are playing the Stanley Parable. This game is so relatable to me. Working 9-to-5 job, taking orders, and then suddenly everyone disappears and then you're on a adventure journey trying to solve what happens. Okay, maybe the last part's not as relatable. Well, let's get on with the game. Okay, guys. The end is never the end. I heard this game has multiple endings, so we'll probably play it a few times.
This is the story of a man named
Here we go.
Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor at the desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
He was happy.
And then one day,
Happiness is
something
all that
very
matters.
peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Okay, what happens?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses,
Stanley.
He got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Let's get out of here. Anything in room 429? No.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yep, there
What
really
could
is
it
no
mean?
one here.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
This one has no computer on their desk. Well, it had this sharpener and a lamp. Slacker. Okay. This office looks exactly the same. Alright, let's keep going. Is that the meeting room? Hello? There's a ladder there. Let me in. Nope, not entering.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
we have a choice.
He entered the door on his left.
The left door. Alright, let's go to the left door. Oh, what's this room?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling
this
a
is the
wave
meeting room.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Do not alter without consulting the whiteboard manager. Rest in peace, Franz. What's on this one? The future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Get Chris out the broom closet. Fire the paper guy. Who moved my desk? Okay. Number of slides on this slide. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Alright, let's get out. He said something about the manager's office. Oh, broom closet. Chris, I've come to save you. Oh, wait, opened. Dun 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 dun.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Sure? I need cleaning supplies. Where are you, Chris?
There was nothing here. No choice to make,
Okay.
no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
No reason to be there. Okay. Alright, here's some stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I will follow the orders of the narrator. Can we get out of here? No. Ooh, this looks fancy. Where's this place? What's that? The executive bathroom. Good, I need to pee. I wonder if it's like Duke Nukem where you can just pee and get energy. No, not allowed in there. What about this double set of doors? Nope. Can you see outside? No, it's just really sunny. This must be a manager's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret
keypad behind
pin
the
number,
boss's desk.
2845.
2845.
But of course,
okay.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the
what's happening?
keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Wow. There's a generator powering just 2 lights. I guess this way looks safe with the red button saying down. Whoa. Whoa, 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 where we go? Where we go? Okay, it went dark and now it's loading. Where are we gonna end up? What I've done really is walk through doors, currently.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
It's okay, Stanley. We can do this. Whoa, something sparked. Oh, that light just switched on as I walked. Where we go?
Stanley walked straight
Whoa,
ahead through
what's
the
that?
large door
Mind
that read
control
Mind
facility.
Control Facility.
Oh, my controls. Wait, what's that over here? It's written in crayon. It says escape. Which way do we go? Okay, mind control facility. Let's try escape later. Let's see what happens through here. Okay, there's one light bulb button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Okay. Red lights start flashing.
Now
Whoa.
the monitors jumped to life. their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
Wow.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
This reminds me of the Truman Show. We're watching you. Okay. So, Stanley has been watched all his life. What's this one do?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Okay. Take me to your...
No. He refused to believe it.
We're going up.
He couldn't
Wait,
accept
there's one that says,
his
I
own
am a pirate.
life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Blind to the world.
But here was the proof.
Facility
The
back.
heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Okay.
For he would dismantle the controls
Let's
once
dismantle
and
these
for all.
controls. What's up here? A number 4. Let's press the button. Did it do anything? No, everything looks the same. Okay, let's go to the facility power. Wait, there's a number here too, number 5. Oh, what's this? Mind controls idle, awaiting input. This is kind of creepy. Oh, system power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Okay, so if we turn it off, we should win the game. What happened? The screen just went blank. Oh. Oh, what's this music playing?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Whoa.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's
Defeated the
command.
machines.
Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers
Do
gone?
we leave?
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Wait a minute.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
It looks so beautiful.
It was perhaps the only thing.
Do we
worth
just leave?
doing. Stanley stepped through the open
No.
door.
We can't just leave. There's mysteries to be solved. What happens if I go back? Oh, I can't go back. Okay. Sayonara, suckers. Off into the world we go.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin. The feeling of
It'd be funny if someone just shot him right now.
the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Alright.
And Stanley was happy.
I think we did it. We completed the game. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a like and please consider subscribing for more gameplay videos like this. Thank you for watching. Peace.
I can hear your laughter coming waves across the shore. Oh, maybe you could fly my kite, babe. Maybe you could fly my kite, babe. I can hear your laughter coming waves across the shore. Oh, maybe you could fly my kite, babe. Maybe you could fly